All right, good day to you all. I hope you are all doing fine and you're doing great. Happy weekend to everybody. I would introduce myself again to those that maybe didn't join the first class. So, my name is Victor, and I'll be your graphics instructor for this program that I'll be running. I want to believe that the first class was interactive, expressive, and we shared our opinion concerning what graphic design is all about, certain limitations or certain reasons why the tools that you have as well can be enough to even be a graphic designer, right? And I remember I showed designs explaining some key factors and some things that you need to understand in design, and we went further to discussing about the principles of design, and I told you it's a very fundamental principle and a key structure that ensures your design comes to life well and you are giving the right information or passing the right detail or the right reason rather why that information in whatever you're doing is passed across. I believe you should understand what I'm saying. Today we are going to do some things, and I want you to pay close attention, and trust me, you would enjoy it. So, we talked about principles of design, and if you can remember, we mentioned about four, right? Talked on white space, we talked on hierarchy, we talked on constructs, right? I would love people to take those things very, very important, because most people miss that in their foundation and they jump into practicals, which is not bad, but jumping into practicals would possibly affect your foundation, to affect your foundation. And it is very, very important that your foundation is strong. If your foundation is not strong, there is high reason for you to just want to design for design's sake without understanding certain things. So let's just go into principles of design. Let's round that up and move to the next um, thing that is very necessary for you people to understand. Okay, so sorry about that. We did mention some things, right? Let me go back to the number one. Okay, yeah, we had mentioned this. Yes, exactly. I think this was where we were. Hierarchy, balance, right? And I talked about hierarchy, how it guides your eye, you know, the way we process information. I mentioned about level. When you say level, and when you talk about hierarchy in particular normal terms, we talk on level, right? How it leads you from one particular stage to another stage, from one level to another level, right? The second one is balance. Balance, it's more like you are trying to ensure that not one is not overshadowing the other one is not taking over the other one, consuming more, right? I'll give another instance. I didn't give it last time. Imagine you Okay, let me use the design since we are focusing on design most especially. Imagine in your design, your background is too loud compared to what you are passing. And when I mean your background is too loud, the layer of your background, what is in your background, it's too much. Like imagine you are putting someone that is singing in the background, someone that is dancing in the background, and you want to still put text to be readable there, right? There is something that they call blending. There's a way you blend those images to the background that they can still be seen, but it is visually less distractive compared to the new things you want to write. So you start putting text, your background is loud, your text is loud, everything is loud. There is no clarity. That is disbalance. You have gone out of balance. There's a big imbalance there, right? So that's that about balance. You can see a symmetrical balance says elements of equal weight are mirrored on either side of the imagery center line. Is more like that design I showed you from the first class. Consider the speakers, the place shapes that were placed into are the same. I didn't use rectangle here, use circle. No, they have a function. Understanding this is very key. I could have said, let me use a circle here and use a triangle here. No, I'll failed it. That alone has caused imbalance in the design. Do you understand? Asymmetric elements of differing weights are arranged to create dynamic energy without overwhelming one side of the canvas. Yes, basically what I'm trying to say. Balancing your images. Or one your left side maybe is heavily text, just text. The other side is just heavily, you should be able to, or mixing it anyhow rather. You have text, you have image, you have this, you have everything on one side. You go to the other side of your image, of your design, you have this, you have that. Many things. You have distorted the balance of the image. We talked on construct. I'm just trying to give preview our knowledge or revise what we've learned. Please pay close attention. We talked about dark and light background, right? Large versus small as well. I think I focused more on the dark versus light very, very well, right? So understanding when to use light text, when to use dark text, when to use dark background, when to use light text. You see, all those things will help you, even as a beginner, separate you from many. I keep saying that. One of the things that sometimes some of the people like designers, some of my friends, one thing they're always admiring about my designs is construct. They say, wow, Victor, you're so good in maintaining construct, because I understand construct very well. I understand that it's very key in a design. It's very key in a design. If I don't use a dark background, you must see it. Light background, what dark text. When I say dark text, I don't mean it to be black. No. For this stage, it might be black, right? But I'm trying to say that there must be readability through constructs must be ensured. Don't just say, oh, because I want beautiful. Because you will do designs, right? You will do them. We are going to be on that process, right? Let me not waste too much time. White space, right? The negative space is also called negative space. Yes, I didn't mention that. Note that in case someone asks you, tell you, what about the negative space? You're now confused. You're not confused. You're not, oh, what was this person saying? Yes, white space is also called negative space, right? It says, it refers to the empty areas surrounding the design. So that is that about white space. Now, alignment. Alignment. Do you know that even right now, what we have here is aligned? You know, what we have here that we are reading is not a design. No. This is just normal text. But even alignment has come to a point that even in web, whatsoever thing you are doing, coding, there is need for alignment. Now, look at this. I'll just try to draw. Can you see this particular place? You can see this now. The place I marked, this place here, the place I marked, right, is the left alignment area. Now, what do I mean? If I were to be doing a design, that particular side, every element that is there should be aligned. We are going to element of design. I'm pointing out something. Element of design. There's also something called element of design. Every element there must be aligned. And what do we mean by alignment? They must be in order. They must be in a line. Aligned to your future, aligned to your destiny. Those that go to church, mosques, or whatsoever, right? You hear things like this: align, align. If I tell you align yourself well, what do you mean? Go straight or be in the right track, right? So that is also the same thing it means in design, right? It means what? creating a visual connection between elements by putting them in a grid. When you say grid, a grid are like is a form of box, lines coming together to form a box, something like that. Yes, you have many grids due to continuous lines. Right, let me try to draw what I mean by that. You have a line like this, you have another line like this, you have another line like this, you have another line like this. Sorry, just manage this. I'm trying to just explain what this is a grid because of the background. I know constructs already. Some of you might be but sir, you already did construct here. It's construct material here. Just follow. You have a line like this. Oh, sorry. Let me do this again. You have a line like this. 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 You have. Why is this happening? You have a line. All right. Okay, it's working now. Now, each of these is a grid. The lines, they are grid box. The point to come, this particular thing, there's a certain level of this thing again, like small things. They are called pixels. But let's leave that for now, right? Alignment. Back to what we were talking on. Let's not go out of line. Alignment. It means that everything should be arranged well. Simply put it that way. You also see something here. There's a proximity. Grouping related elements such as heading and its body text close together. If I have a particular text here, maybe bare hands, and I have subtext here, they should not be far from each other. These two here, these two things here should not be far from each other, right? Let me bring it to a canvas. Let me bring it to a blank canvas. Now, what I mean by canvas, just be here, not some will say it's canva. It's not basically canva, right? Black canva is just, or a blank rather, not black. Blank canva is more like what you have down before preparing your design. Okay, this is like a blank canvas now. There's nothing here, so it's blank. It's like a white paper, like nothing can be done on this now. So it's now left to me to be creative and do what I want to do here. Right, this is a blank canvas. So imagine I'm not really good much for now into, let's just do this something into design, but I want to just give something, the enhance Google, or just forming something, just work with that. The enhance Google. I have something like this. Let me say I want to just add fonts. Enhance Google. Okay, now I have this, and I add a text under it. Remember I said readability too matters. Now, what I'm practically saying here is I must ensure that these two, in terms of proximity, it is not far from each other. It is not far from each other. These two things here, that first one and this one, they are not far from each other. If eventually they become too far from each other, the message is broken. Someone will read Behance Google and will not know what Behance Google is about. Going next, it will be seeing another text, it will take it as another thing. So even graphically, your image, your designs already communicates even before they go further into seeing all other details. Every single thing your eye goes into is a communication, and that is what separates us from many other kinds of people that talk with mouth. You have to think, you have to be creative, right? Another one is repetition and unity. Reusing certain elements. I love this part. Someone was asking me, sir, can I use 5 fonts? Can I use 10 fonts? Or can I use 3 colors? And if you heard me very well, even before going on to this, I said, ensure that you are minimal. If you are using fonts as a beginner, don't use more than 2 fonts. Okay? 2 fonts. Don't go beyond 2 fonts. If you're a beginner, you want to do colors. In fact, colors, two colors At most, this will simplify your work. It will help you start gaining clarity. If you pack all the colors in your design, you have spoiled your design. Your mess, you yourself, you will look at your design. Maybe as a beginner, you will love your designs. I would possibly, I will show you some of my designs when I started. I kept them. There are times you just have to keep things history. You will use it to talk, right? I kept those designs. I will show you some of them, right? And you'll be wow. You say wow. But me, when I'm looking at that designs, I'll say, what did I do? All right. So repetition, reusing certain elements, fonts, the colors, the shapes throughout a layout. You are not overdoing. You are creating consistency. Look at the design I showed you yesterday. Right? I showed you yesterday, so there's no need of going there. That might just waste our time. Understand that every single thing I was doing was used almost repeatedly. My shapes, the text, the fonts, the colors. Me, I was able to use more than three, two colors, but I was maximizing around three highest. I didn't go to four. That is even someone that is already good at what he's doing. It's because simplicity sometimes is very powerful. Let me quickly share something to you guys. The very time I started taking notes of simplicity, right? It wasn't really from who taught me or from a coach. In fact, most of these things were learned by serious learning, right? I designed for church program and I poured out my best. I tried everything, I did everything. To me, this was visually appealing. This was what I wanted. And as a graphic designer, your goal is what your audience wants to communicate. If not, you have failed. And I designed it, presented it. I'm just trying to cut it short. Don't want to make it too long. The woman saw the design and said, wow, wow, wow. So when I heard wow, I was first happy. Oh, wait for the backlash. And she said, well, the design is good, but I the design is too crowdy. It doesn't pass the message I want. I prefer it was just simple. And I said, all these hours of design that I thought bring to idea, put everything, global tipo and everything. And you're telling me that that you want a simple design and you don't prefer what I did. Eventually, they didn't use my design. They employed another person, and the person did the design well. And when I saw that design, I was like, wow, yes, this is really design. So it taught me a lesson. It taught me to work with simple things. Do not overdo. Do not overdo. Follow steps, follow order. Repeat certain things that you're using. Don't worry, you don't need to be the best. You just need to be conscious of what you are doing. Unity, next one. Repetition and unity, right? It says it is the overarching harmony of your design. When applied well, all the individual pieces work together as a cohesive whole rather than feeling scattered. So unity basically is not just on this concept alone, it falls under all this. From this first one down, hierarchy, balance, construct, white space, everything here brings about unity. That's the simple truth. Forget that it's in repetition and unity, yes. It's just linked together just to, English now, just to make it, they're almost like brothers and sisters, repetition, unity. They're almost like brothers and sisters. So I guess let's put it together. But unity comprises of all what your design is saying, all what your design can ever be. If your designs are not united, blah 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 sheep. How many of you know that song? So if your designs are not united, it means you have missed out in one of these principles. You have missed out in one of those what principles. So ensuring that you don't miss out of those principles, very key. All right. So let me see if we even have any image here. just to buttress some of our points more. All right, as you can see, hierarchy levels. See that the pink, just look at, just use this, we are just using it for examples. The pink, there are more than that, right? But this is even the 12 basic principles, right? The rest, I would just quickly go through now. Hierarchy, you can see them. You can see this compared to this, compared to this. You can see there are three different ones. Look at balance. When we have four shapes and we have, guess what? They are in the same region. One is not overshadowing the other one, ensuring that everything is complete, everything is clear. No one is taking over another one. Look at emphasis. Emphasis is on a particular message. Yes, we didn't talk about emphasis. Emphasis is a particular message you want to see. Okay, I might have you seen something in a flyer whereby they'll say for the first 13 people, and they'll put one kind of circle like this. Is emphasis, there's emphasis on that, or they will bold in one particular text. Is emphasis on that, or they will bold, make a shape more construct and put a text there or something there. Is emphasis on that, meaning that your eye will lead you, most possibly lead you there faster than any other thing. Emphasis. Lines, that's what we're talking about. Alignments, the importance of lines and alignment all together. How you use lines matters. Composition, the colors, the way you add them, the way you do things, the way you combine elements together. Yes. Shapes, yes. White space, constructs, repetition. We shared talked on this. Alignment, proximity, how close they are. Proximity, how close you relate your stuff. So it is also around that alignment area. We talked on something like that, where I shared the Behance logo and removing that text. They must be close. Scaling, it's also part of it. So these are the what essential design principles. Understand it and graphic design will be sweet. Do not understand this, graphic design will be stressful. I repeat, understand this, graphic design will be sweet. Do not understand this, graphic design will be what? Very stressful. Alright, let's move on. I trust you are active. Active, 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 active. Let's be active. Alright, let's go. Elements of graphic design. Elements of graphic design. Who watches Avatar here? Oh, you have watched Avatar. Everybody should have watched Avatar. But if you have not watched Avatar, go and watch Avatar. I'm recommending a movie for you. Now, elements of graphic design. When you say elements, Avatar, the well-known four benders, four bending elements: water, air, fire, and which one again? Water. What have I forgotten? Forget about okay. Water, fire, air. Yes, earth. Those were the elements that were used in Avatar. So also we have elements that are used in graphic design. We have 7 core elements. We have line, we have shape, we have form, we have color, we have space, we have texture, we have typography. Now, as a designer, you must have all these elements. You must be a bender of these 7 elements. If you cannot bend these 7 elements, you are not an avatar. You are not a graphic designer. So that is why we are here, right? We will learn how to bend these elements. We will learn how to become the avatar of graphic design. All right. So this is line. First one is line. So what comes to your mind when you see line? We did TD. Some of us, not everybody, or basic technology, right? And you were taught lines. Thin continuous line, dashes. Yes, that's basically what the knowledge you have already about line is even enough. Truth being told, yes, line, the knowledge you have about line rather is enough for you, right? So we have thin lines, we have thick lines, we have thin shorted or thin short dashes line, dash lines. We have cross sectional lines and all, right? Those knowledge are important. Whether you did TD, basic tech, metal work, or whatsoever, those are about lines. I don't want to lay much emphasis because when you say line, everybody knows. Shape. So when you say shapes, you're talking of more like two-dimensional objects. Yes, you're trying to say, oh, uh, they are not three, they are not those three kind of objects. They are two-dimensional. Maybe like almost like I wouldn't say on a flat surface, but you get the point, right? They are two-dimensional objects, right? They have boundaries, almost like lines too. Right? Let's read them here. It says two-dimensional area defined by a boundary. They are bounded to each other. One is not overlaying the other one. They are all in a boundary. Like they are all like this man now. This man that is eating now. This man that is eating here now. We can assume the shape is bounded. It's not going out of that shape. He is there, right? So that is a shape, and we have different shapes. We have circles, squares, and all. Now you would ask yourself, what are all these things? How do they come in place? Yes, they are needed. Most of the designs are comprises of shapes. The design you saw me did manipulation of shapes. Most of all the things that I did were manipulations of shapes. You can see how powerful just shapes can be. Form. Third one, form. It says is a 3D equivalent of a shape. Just more like this is a shape, oh, but I have end breadth height now, right? I'm possessing an extension. Try to bring the realism out of your shape. So imagine I have this. Let me try to draw. Let's go to a blank canvas. I believe when I'm using some key terms now, you agree with me that you should understand them. Sorry. All right. So this is a shape. Let me draw it first. This is a shape. This is another shape. Now, what would be the form of this shape? What can I do with this? If I go like this, I do something like this, I do something like this. This is almost like a shape, right? In fact, this is the initial shape, but now we've given it extension. We are trying to bring reality or realism out of it. We've gotten this. Now, that is that for what? That is that for, you know, shapes. Or let me try and even make a shape here. We have shapes here already. Let's give it a color black. If I want to make this, just pay attention to what I'm saying. All these things will be shared to you. Don't worry. If I want to make this have, can you see? Guess what? I have given this object what? See, if you notice, it's still in the shape area. But guess what? I have given it a form. It now has a embodied structure. It is no more a rectangle. Some of you can call it maybe easy cubeboard or a box or whatsoever. You can give it a name now. It has a form. If I carry a circle now, let me just assume something like this. Oh, wow, what can you see? If I do this now and put an image in that side, you've created something. Can you see? You have started creating something now. Okay, just keep on. Just let's not stay too much on this, right? So we have color. Wow, color, very powerful. Yeah, what is it? It is the most powerful tool. Color is what determines the mood of your design. When you see red, does it mix danger? Does it mean ready? Does it mean acceptance? Does it show love? Does it show care? Pink, blue, trust, yellow. You know all those things that were taught in visual art that we said, "Bro, Sabe, come on here, Joe. I don't need all these things. It's coming to place now. Yes, you will need them." Colors pass emotion. they invoke something. Have you seen a design that, okay, let me assume you want to do a wedding, hmm? A wedding invitation flyer. If I give you red in that wedding invitation flyer, would you like what kind of red that is scary? Would you accept that wedding invitation flyer? I want you to think of it in just a few seconds. Process it. If you say yes, I have nothing against you. But be ready if maybe time of your wedding, if they give you red, accept it all. So I would say no, sincerely. Why? Because red does not give that emotion. I need something like maybe a beige color, beige, or white, or a creamy color blended with other suitable colors that passes a calm feeling. You know, they used to do those just like video editors, how they would do all calm serenity video editing. That is how your own design too should be. Should give a calm, cool feeling. Color, very important for setting mood and driving attention. It's then going to goes to hue, which is the pure color. Let me show you. Let me try to show you here. Let me give this. Yeah, I see you're already practically doing something. You're practically doing something already. Though I've not explained this yet, but I just want to show you something. Don't worry, just flow with me. Don't mind the magics I'm doing. Just flow with me. So let me give this. I've kind of converted it to a shape already, but let's see if I can still give it another form. Okay, yes, I've given it form. All right. Okay, I've given it one kind of form again, though different now. So where were we? All right, so let me go to this. So this is the color part. Now this since it's almost black, there I will explain something about two colors that are said to be like they are not part of colors, but they are colors on our normal day-to-day activities. We call them colors, but in designs they are not colors because it's something you can't really work on, right? um, so trying to create, is this where am I okay, I'm looking for something. Okay, let me see if this I can do the original image of this. Notice very well, you can see that the color is changing. Let me increase the saturation. You can see that I increase the saturation. Notice that you see it's as if it's changing from green, it's coming to blue, it's coming to almost like purple, red, brown. No, it's changing dark brown, dark green. Can you see? That is the power of hue, right? Contrast, oh, increases like more like almost like the pass rate. Sorry, like brightness. I mean, like just like how I made matter of contrast, but the contrast I'm discussing was not this particular one. So, but let's leave this. This is not what we're going into. The next one is space. It's almost like white space, but now it's like the area surrounding, above, between the designs. You cannot have your designs. You want to do a design. Let me delete this. You want to do a design. Some of you will be learning already like this. So most of you, so not even some of you. Want to do a design and you have your design layout here. You are writing here. Let me use that Behance Google that I did before. And I hope it's still traceable here. You want to do Behance Google, you now bring it here. Oh, hey, what do you want to do? What there is enough room. See, the thing about space is you have enough space. What are you eating? What is this? Is this space eating akara and moi moi? Or is it drinking, relaxing? What are you using on this place that you carry your text and enter into the very edge, right? You should understand all these things, that you don't you don't just do things like that. Give it a breathing space. Give it a breathing space. Let there be space between your design or your layout and the edges of your design as much as possible, so that your work is not cramped. It gives room for your work not to be cramped, altogether packed. Space is very important. Next one, texture. He said it's the surface quality of an object in digital design. This is achieved visually, the illusion of texture to add depth, whereas print design can use physical texture. So texture is more like, when you say texture of a material, it means how that material is, right? Is the surface quality of that object. The surface quality of that object. So there is a particular texture thing that's called texture. There is what you are almost like overlaying in that subject, an object shape, the color, the texture of the color, comparing it to another color, right? The surface quality, the quality of one over the other, the quality of what you are adding to that shape, the quality of what you are, the quality of the material, the texture of the material. You can relate graphic design to your everyday life. And the last one is what? Typography. It is the arrangement of texts, which is what? An art itself. Basically, what? Arrangement of text. Do you understand? Font choices, how you choose your fonts, how you do things. So I believe with these two understandings, you understand better what graphic design is. I've said this about what graphic design is. Make your research, add that to your note. Elements of graphic design, principles of graphic design, a personal assignment. You may not need to submit it, but do it. Why graphic design matters in my day-to-day life. Understand this and become a better graphic designer even before you start designing. Why graphic design matters in my day-to-day life. All right, so that is that. So I would move forward. How many of you have designed how many of you have rather downloaded your PixelLab? I know that some of you already downloaded PixelLab. Some of you will just want to just say, sir, this, that. What Mr. Philip said is true. I have not taught you anything. I already shared my designs. But by the way, it's a good thing that you are trying. It shows that you're interested and you're curious about what you are doing. But again, it's very important that you know, farabale, take it. Why, do you understand? Calm down, right? So that you yourself, you would follow peace and you understand, you know that you're growing. You know you're growing. Because if I give some comments right now on some designs, all your designs are doing well, right? But there are many things you need to learn before you even start saying I want to design. And some people are already doing designs. I saw one that was very good. I was like, oh, that's good. It's good, yes. But we're all here to learn, and I believe that we'll learn well. All right, so let's go into some of the elements or some of the things that we need here. Maybe for now, yes. So I will go into some things. First one is this plus icon. What is it about? It's simple. It helps me bring in either text. The current date does not matter. Who do you want to be adding dates for? Unless it's a birthday or something, and that you can use text as well. So don't need current date is the day you are in, unless you are doing the birthday that day. But let's assume current date is not necessarily needed. Stickers. I tell you that this sticker took me after 1 year of knowing, after designing one over like 1 year. Then I knew that there was sticker. So you know that you're in the right place, even for a beginning class like this. Sticker. Next one, shape. You can see the fourth one is, don't be worried though, please, about whether my graphic my PixelLab is blue, my PixelLab is black, so your own is it premium? They are all the same thing. Like I said, I just love black. There is PixelLab and there's one orange one. They are mods APK. Some of you might know about it, some might not, but just flow. They are the same thing. From gallery, draw. Now, when you want to bring in text, you tap on text. I'm sure you can see. I'm going to try as much as possible to be very explanatory, considering this is more like your first practical. Can you see this text? You tap on it, you will see new text. Drag it down to the screen. Can you see? I'm moving it. Text. That is text. I can say I cannot delete it. There's this icon here. Can use to delete. Right. Obi is a boy. Sometimes it can lag, but most times if it lags, type it again. Obi is a boy. I have written something. Let me bring this down so we know that we are writing something or we are doing something. Next one, let's leave sticker for now. We don't need sticker. Just flow with me. Shapes. I brought a shape. If you want to give it a color, you can scroll down here. This region that I am in, just scroll down to scroll. You will see where they say fill color. Pick any color. For the sake of this tutorial, pick any color. Obi is a boy. Can you see this? Now I'm going to do something to test your knowledge. Write it down in your book. The question I'm about to ask. Is this Obi is a boy on this shape? The shape already has a color. Is this a good construct or not? That's the first question. Answer it. Pause for a second. Answer it. What do you think the answer is? No, it is not. Why? The body already has a light color, and Obi is a boy. Even if it seems darker, it is still contradicting it. Why? Because, or rather, it is still almost looking like it. Why? Because they are almost of the same brand of color. That's why they done said that time color is a powerful tool. Look at the color it is bearing. Look at, don't worry, all these things we'll learn it. B code, this is the code, this is the number attached to the code, right? It's more like, I will explain better next time, but just focus on this. But this is your pick out tool and the rest. Don't worry, I'm still on it. So look at the colors. They are both in the same family, and I'm placing them on each other. I don't mean that you can't use family colors of the same family, but imagine I have done this kind of color of the same family. You know, I see in the red family, but I increased the darkness. Can you see that it's not totally black, but it looks like black? It's still among red family. Maybe a very dark red color. Now, is this more construct? Does this have more construct rather? Yes, it does. That is that about that. I hope we are paying attention. Don't worry, many people will become a designer through just this class. Alright, we've done shapes. Now, from gallery. From gallery, simply, I want to bring images from my gallery. I want to bring images from my photo. I want to bring images from my phone. I want to bring images from my device. That is what Chrome Gallery will do. When you click on it, it will redirect you into your phone's design. Maybe as a new user, it might tell you to do something. Just follow the process, right? So let me just pick any random design here, please. This is just, let's just pick this anyhow. All right. So can you see this? I have brought something inside this. So that's just the function of the plus icon. It helps you bring things into your new Canva, putting them of new blank Canva, right? Blank Canva, new Canva, yes. Bringing creativity into place. All right. The next one is, mind you, please. You can see this plus icon too. It's part of it. You can use this or that to put in, but this one now is just for text. That one is generally for text and any other thing. Do you understand? We also have this. When you see this A, what do you think A is about? What is A? I would give it, let me give it my own name. Maybe a letter to on this Canva. A letter to. So if I add a text being on A, automatically notice something. Go back. Let me delete this. If you are very clever, look at the screen. Become Merlin. What happened? Merlin's in the house. Look at it. Notice something removed. Now, simple. And to all the Merlins, congratulations. We have many people that would make Nigeria great again. Alright. So I bring in a test. Notice something. This particular place was not there before. Imagine, even if I delete it now, you notice my red color is there, but that thing is gone. Okay. Trying to just, alright, so my editing tool is not going out except this, but let me remove it. Notice that it's gone. Just at least your eyes is already there. You see what I'm trying to say. So that place is more like the texture, your text. Anything you want to edit, it gives you room to edit when your tick is on A. If I put it to this one now, guess what? To this particular one here. Okay, let me just use drawing rather. Okay, let's just work with this. If I put it to, see this particular thing here, you see from here, trace it down to that shape that is down there. If I put it here, my text cannot be editable again. Notice that everything that was there changed. That same order, it changed. Meaning that anytime a new text is added, I can only edit that text when it is on A. Have you seen it? You can see edit, style, delete, copy, to front, to back, position, relative position, to size, padding, color, texture, and the rest. You can see just text alone. See how many things are there. Understand this. Understand how to do text manipulation, even as a basic designer, as a beginner designer. We are going to do Behance Goggle. I don't know why Behance Goggle came to my head today. Behance Goggle. Somebody say Merlin. We don't say Merlin. That means you're not enjoying this class. So Behance Goggle. I'll give it a font. Now, let me use that to quickly explain fonts. Now, after I read Behance Goggle, that's the first thing that came to my mind. To me now, I needed to give it a font because Behance Goggle is my header. So I just want to give it a header font, kind of a header font, something bold, right? Understand this. Understand that your header should be bold. You agree with me, right? So I go to fonts. I give it. There are many fonts you can think of. There are fonts in your PixelLab already, sef. Yes, it might not be all these ones here, but there are fonts already for PixelLab. So let me just give it one. Can pick any one that you have there for practice use or something. I don't really like this one. Yeah. Let's give it something more realistic, something better. I believe everyone should have chunk 5. Yes, everyone should have chunk 5. I used chunk 5 very well when I started. Now chunk 5 were body, were bruise in editing and texts. Alright, so guess what I did? After adding the text, what did I go to? I simply went to what font. I don't really know how I can carry this particular thing out of here. Let me see if well, I believe you are following and you understand where I'm going to. This particular thing here, where you're seeing that thing held font, that's where you pick your phone, and that is that about that. So there are many other things that while we go on, we would explore on this and we would discuss on everything here. Edit is just to edit your text. You click on it, you are able to edit your text. Another simple technique is you can double click on it and you edit your text. Copy that same things, right, to the back. Don't worry, those ones will come in later. Position, maybe want to move it like this. I don't want to move it like this. I don't want to move it down, right? This position, this one is where to the left, this one is where to the right, this one is where top, this one is where bottom. Movement. If you are sleeping, wake up. Movement. So that is that about position. Now, relative position. It's almost like position, but it is now when you're saying relative position in this sense, it's more like balancing it to a particular place. So here is our text. If I click on this one, if I click on this, guess what will happen? It will take it to the left side of the image automatically. Now if I click on this, left side of the Canva, I mean, that's the design page we are on. If I click on this one to this side, what will this be? Wherever you are, answer. What will this be? Center. Correct. So if I click on this, center. Now this is center. What will the second one be? This one is what? Center of the one I just clicked is center of its current position. But if I want to bring it to the main middle, which is the down one, the down part, it's going to be center of the whole design. The what do they call that in? There's this thing, I think the center point or something, I've forgotten. Yes, that is brought down one. Is to bring it to the center of the whole image. So you already have it at the center. What would this then be? This already will be to the top. Why this one down here to the top? This one down here, this one by the other side is to the down part. Let's move on. Text size, simple. I increase it, cannot see it. I increase it, you can see it. Basically, that's what text size is about. Right? Padding, leave that for now. Color, giving it a color basically. Can you see? Just pick any color that's here already for you. You can go to this plus icon here and pick a color. Tap OK. That is that about colors. And many more other things. Let's not just ponder on text. Next one is what? This particular one. It's when you have shapes. This particular one. When you have shape. So when you have a shape, you are able to what? Work on that shape when you are on that thing. But if you go back to this A now, nothing for you, my brother, nothing for you, my sister. You can see there is nothing you can do. But when you come to this shape here, you click on that hexagonal. Yeah, 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 here, hexagonal. The hexagonal shape down there, you are able to edit the shape. So crop can crop the shape to crop for you. If I don't want to crop it again, I come here, I come to this particular place here, X, or rather, sorry, I bring this down back, this arrow, this point here, I bring it down back, or I just put it like this back, or I just come from this place here, this one. Can use this particular one. See that thing that look like X? Don't look at this overlay that is here. That thing that look like X, that's where I click. It will expand it. So that is that about shapes. We also have copy. Can you see? We have to the front, we have to the back, position, relative position, and other things. So don't worry, we'll go further more into this, but for now, let's okay, let me just say one or two things, then we'll just do something practical, something simple, something basic and friendly, design friendly. We already talked on text, we already talked on shapes, and you can see some other things here like draw, shapes, bezier, arrow. Well, basically for now, let's stick with text and shapes. That is a very basic foundation that will guide you a lot. So let's think of something. Let's think of a happy birthday flyer. Or no. Let's just do something. Is it a happy birthday flyer? No. Let's just do something that involves text and shapes. Let's start with that. So I start from my plus, right? Remember, I pick shape. Now, for my shape, I am given options of things to do here. Should I give it a radius? Radius simply means the edges. Let me add a color to it. You can scroll, like I said, scroll. Fill color is the one you should be focused on for now. Fill color. Don't go beyond, don't go to stroke. Please don't go to stroke. Please don't go to stroke for now. Leave stroke. Fill color. I'll give you color. This, let's just stick with that, or let me increase so it's not be too black. Let's go with something blue. I like blue. All right. If I want to give it radius, see, I increase radius maybe like 15 16. I've increased radius. If I don't want to give it radius, I drag it back. If I want to change this, instead of using rectangle or square scenes, If I want to change it, I will come here. You see this particular point, that thing like look like one arrow there. Yeah, that's place that I marked. Yes, you click on that. You can see multiple shapes. Shapes love, triangle, circle, this, blah blah blah, and the rest. Let's use our this one and give it a bit of radius. We have done something. Expand it. Now there are two ways you can expand. Right, I said if you have shapes, you can come to relative size, click on it. Relative size is here. So when you continue doing it, you'll be familiarized with all this. Relative size, click on it, increase it, and see for this tutorial let's do 100 by 100. If you want to increase it further beyond that, see this edge of that shape, you can use it to increase it further, and now put it here. Can you see? I'm just trying to do something. So, or let's even make it the full background. You already have a background like that. See, this is a black canvas. When you brought this in, you have a background. So even with your shape, you can create a background. Let's say um um graphics bootcamp. Graphics bootcamp fonts. Yeah, let's use anyone that you have. But in this, I'll use this. I'm using different fonts so that you know that you can use different kind of fonts. Right. Graphic bootcamp. I increase the size. I choose color. Now remember that we have gone to text now. How did I increase the size? Just like the shape from the edge. There's also that feature where you can go to text size and increase and decrease based on what you have there. Right? That is that. I will give it a color. Now, what do I have? I have a dark background. You see what all these things I'm saying now is coming to place. I have a dark background. What do I use? More like a light text, not necessarily white. So I go to it, go to color. I have to scroll low, so some of you will just be looking for color. You have to scroll down to find it. Color. Let's just give it something light for now. This is like white area, but I didn't give it complete white. See where this part was. This part, from this part, see, that's what I'm touching more. Can you see? Remove it to become a black. Remove it, it's more like light, but it's not totally white. So give it. Someone will think it's white now. Most people will say it's white. But you as a graphic designer, when you keep on doing things like this, you know that is not completely white. Because I think white is FFF000 hash. Don't worry, those are color codes. Talk about that later on. So can you see? Graphics bootcamp. If you want to add your own text, you can do text, but for the sake of tutorial, we'll just go on this icon here. It's not really needed, but it's just another added element. It's more like where they have codes and many other things in the design. So for the sake of tutorial, I'll pick that, and I'll just pick anyone I want here. We have whatever you want in life. Other people are going to want it to. Believe in yourself enough to accept the idea that you have an equal right to it. This could be for someone to hear. Right? Whatever you want in life, believe in yourself. You want to do graphic design, believe in yourself. Don't say I cannot do it. Believe in yourself. Alright. Don't worry. What we are doing might look basic to you, but it's going somewhere. So can you see? I've added something. If I want to just implement something, this is me. To me now, it may be looking boring, but to some of you, guess what? I'm bringing alignment into mine now. Alignment. Look at these two things. You can see that they are aligned. Try as much as possible to make sure that thing is aligned. Ejo, Biko. What is in the? I don't know. I don't know Hausa. I'm begging you. Make sure those things are aligned. Proximity. Don't allow it to go too far. You are assuming that the message of graphics bootcamp is under that thing. Are you getting it? Now let's make it more interesting. Let's add a shape. Let's add a shape. Just let's just beautify something. Let's just add something. Now you can add your color here from the right page that you are doing. Imagine, notice that the shape was like this. So I went to this edge. Let me because that's see that edge. That's why I went to drag it a bit. And we have this. Now I can give it a color even if I don't want to give it color there. Guess where? Remember, where will I go to? For shapes, where will I go to? Under here. Under here, where will I go to? For shapes. Of course, I'm coming to this middle one here, that down part. So I click on it. I will then find color by swiping. I'll see color. Calm down, because you will look tirelessly if you don't know where it is. I've seen color. I can say, okay, let me see. There's one blue that is here that almost is almost like in a blue family. I might click on it. Okay. Now you can see this is more almost like advanced something. But let me see show you. Where did your text go to? It's not here again. Abi, so what do? You can either carry this particular place, see this particular thing here, is to help you carry something over the other thing, like overlay it. So since whatever you want in life, this one here is already